Hello, welcome to another episode of the Disgruntled Italian. My name is Ercole, and today episode it will be part 2 of a sketchy picture of the future government. I like to mention in this episode my view of what it may just be the Trump's government. And we can see already the first signs, just like the way he likes to pick his appointee for his administration team. And they find everything has been done so far until all the American history, from the beginning to until today. And this is a departure from what is a normal thing. So I guess that anyone could do the same as I did, guessing how it's going to be the next 4 years. Okay, some people, they might even get it right. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know exactly because the unpredictability of the subject, Trump. So it's very difficult to predict it. But some signs are there. They can tell us what is going to be soon enough, after January 20. And I am also surprised how the American people, for where I see, from my view, nothing it seems to be affecting them so far. Maybe they shouldn't do anything different. They just should keep their lives, everyday lives, of what they're doing, because after all, now we're facing the inevitability. And then see on January 20 how things are going to be. And I can tell you right now, it's not good. Because all that Trump said through all his rally, his television show, his media, social media account, and it's like he's telling to our face what he's going to do. And on the same time, he's telling us in a modus operandi that it looks like, oh, well, that's the old Trump, he's just saying things, which is not true. Not true. We got to take him to his words. So NATO, we heard before, and he hasn't mentioned much, but I don't think he's even changed. He might pulled out from NATO from the Paris Accord for the global warming. So that doesn't look good. And by pulling out of NATO, the consequences are grievous. First, he's pushing Europe to have a unified army, which makes it a lot more powerful than what it is now. That is good if someday they're going to face Putin. That is not good if we, Americans, lose them as a friend. Okay? So it's a sword with a double edge. That's one. Second, obviously, the EU is going to ask for all the American bases from Finland all the way to Turkey to pull out and leave. So what that is going to produce is going to produce a shortage of income for the United States government, because all the nations that they have bases, they pay for it, and they pay damn good money. So they'll be gone. Second, United States will no longer be able to be informed firsthand, because they're in with NATO, what they're going to do, the European nation, what they're going to do next. It's going to be more likely of a guessing game, and that's no good either. So you see the fact that just pulling out of NATO would happen, and on top of that is going to increase the defense spending, as I heard, about somewhere around 20%. Now, the official figures of our defense spending, it's about $900 billion. I will say that enough non-official figures, it will probably double that. Hope not, but it probably is. So you can imagine 20% of that kind, the figures, what is going to amount to, and who's paying for it? Obviously, will be us. Okay, not the super uber rich people like the Elon Musk is ready to go to Mars, and that cost into the billions. But right now is chummy with Uncle Sam, so he gets the money. He gets all the secrets, space secrets, military secrets. He already has a $1.3 billion contract with the government. So he's in it. He's in it, man. And he's not even part of the official government. It's there as a counselor of something, and is, in other words, not a well-defined role, so that Trump can do his move later on if he needs to. So that's simple. So then we have the economy, because we're going to stop the pumping up ammunition and all kind of stuff for Ukraine, for Taiwan, and for South Korea. So that it will make a dent in our economy. So our economy is going to significantly slow down. Well, if we get the money with our economy goes, it's very good now, that's because all this expense that the other nation are paying to us, okay? And that it's, how should I put it? That it's an advantage for us. When that it's all done, jobs going to be lost. So when job is going to be lost, the economy is going to slow down. When the economy is going to slow down and the job loss, we're going to have higher unemployment. We have a devaluation of the dollar in the international market. So Wall Street better keep their eyes open, because for where I see it, and I'm not even well-educated in those fields, I gotta tell you, it's not good, and they're not gonna like it. So better keep Wall Street, keep your eyes open. And that's just a few things that I mentioned. And you know what? Probably most of you understood that I'm not an highly educated person. I have a terrible accent and all that. I am an immigrant, legal immigrant, still worry about what happened with the mass deportation, even on a personal basis. So that is going to, it's hard to describe here, because when it comes down to a personal basis, there is all kind of differentiation from one to another. So by trying to generalizing that, is that as the economy goes down, as I expressed just a few minutes ago, the real estate market is going to slump too. The banking. So United States, it could really suffer. This is my view. I haven't read it anywhere, but I can see myself standing on a soup line like in the 20s, the 30s. Okay? On a soup line. In those days in Detroit was the most barbaric criminal in American history, Al Capone. And as barbaric as he was, he instituted the soup line from his own pocket. Didn't ask money to anybody. Okay? It's good? Yeah. Doesn't absolve him anyway. Is that. So, I hope all these things that I said is not going to happen. Okay? It's terrible if it happens. I don't even want to think about it any further than this. So I'm going to pick up now my note and see where I can tell you accordingly to me. Oh yes, there is a writer that I'd like to mention. His name is Masha Gessen. I just came across, just by sheer sheer luck or sheer accident, wherever. And he is also a poet too. He wrote several books. He wrote some poems. He is, I believe, he is either nominated or he got the Pulitzer Prize. So he's got some credibility. He was born in Russia, lived part of his life in Russia, under Putin, I'm assuming, and is now somewhere here in the United States. How long? I don't know. As I say, I just got across by accident. So, and where I found out is that he's got a book, he wrote some, I just gonna mention a few of them. The one is The Man Without Face. It's sort of like Putin's biography, I think. Then there is another book that he wrote, that's Esther and Russia, which this book is the story of two young Jewish women through Hitler and Stalin regime, one victim of Hitler's social policy, and the other joined Stalin regime, and he went up in the ranks. Now, another book that he wrote is The Future is History. The subject of this book is to explain how totalitarianism reclaimed Russia. And then there is another book that he wrote, is Surviving Autocracy. That's the most recent one. Particularly, this book is like a guide to how to survive, as the title say, how to survive through an autocratic government, like where foreseeable future, January 20, it will start here in United States. How to survive, how to go through, because things are going to be very, very different. And I'm not the only one. Say, you can go to other media outlet and you'll hear the same thing, unless it's Fox News or maybe the other one, the one that this guy, what do you call it, the network that is got on the internet. Well, okay. So where I heard of this writer is on All Things Considered, on public radio, and on also more famous is on Morning Joe on the MSNBC. And they have a very thorough interview, and it was very good. Impressed me to a point that I wanted to mention to you people. And listen to the, okay. So considering that that while I said it's now too late for me to tell potential voter, be careful where you vote, it's done. We're going to get him. That's it. So let's make the best out of this. And we have also, for sure, we are on the losing end of this one, because as we know, Trump is going to make this well-publicized, famous tax cut, obviously, generically speaking, because when we go into the detail, we find out that the tax cut, it's more for the uber-rich people. The people like us, where sometime I heard the term working stiff. I don't know if that really described the working American people, but if it's not quite right, it's pretty close to it. A lot of people, they have to have two jobs to just get to the end of the month, and after things change, it might not even be enough, because these people, when they start, anyone actually, not just these people, but anyone, when they have a possibility to get more money, is something moves in these people that they want to have more and more and more. And we can see just one example, really, really, you can't miss it, is the elephant in the room, is Elon Musk, or what I would like to call him, Elon Muck. Right, wrong, I don't know. That's what I choose. So they don't ever have enough money. They don't ever have enough things. I don't know why. It usually said that's human greed. And it's, yeah, we all have some of that. But I think get to this point, the point that they are going, like even with the other famous super duper rich people that we know roughly, Koch brothers, who else they have? They have so many. Jeff Bezos, so many. So, did they get there just by accident? Did they get there certainly because they have the will to get there? But they don't understand when it's a time to stop. You have enough. Some of them, they maybe get some remorse and they do some charity stuff. That's fine. But it's just scratching the surface, try to make amends. It's just scratching the surface. It's not really doing the right things. So there are other things that I would like to say, but I don't know. I would like to say about, again, all the people that Trump wants to install in his administration. Matt Gaetz, thank God he just pulled out. It's mind-boggling. I mean, those offices, they taken care of millions of people at the time. They employed tens of thousands of people to make sure that their organization, that part of the administration, their office, it works correctly. It works for the people. Okay? And sometimes even the president, when they say something, these administrative cabinets, those people, they will tell, Mr. President, more likely what you're telling us is not quite right. It's wrong. It will produce this and that. And the president is not going to dig his heels into it. So he says, okay, let's find another way. Does it Trump does that? He's the only one that says, I alone can fix this. So he's not going to take other people's opinion. Yeah, he probably spend the time to listen to it, and then it goes from here out their way. That's, from my point of view, that's how I see him. It's just in his character. Whatever they labeled him, I don't care. It's just the way he is. Okay? So we will get some other, like Josh Hawley. It's another guy. He goes as pump fist to the people that they call him patriot, but they are terrorists. They are not patriots. They go against the government. The definition of patriots means in Italian word is patria, means nation. Okay? So, how can they go against their own nation and call themselves patriots? No, that is turning everything upside down. Just is a textbook to try to install a dictatorship and a dictator. Okay? Patriots. Right, they're patriots like I am the Pope. I cannot understand, even the MAGA people, this is for you MAGA people. I mean, you just trashed everything with our father, our grandfather, and the great-grandfather. You just trashed everything by going this way. Calling them patriots. Come on. They are not patriots. They are just thugs. Not even terrorists, because terrorists, it's supposed to be based on an ideology against another idea. Okay? I don't get it. The American people, they're smart. The American people, they create the world the way it is today. And it's not perfect, we know that. And it will never be perfect because we are not perfect. But at least the American people try to do better, even going through and making things wrong and then try to fix them. The goodwill is there. But terrorists, I don't know. I don't understand. Now, a thought came in my mind. That was going back to the time of the old Far West and the cowboys, how they get the Native American put into segregated places and almost make a genocide out of them. And it take a long, long time because we based everything on our lifespan. In reality, it was just a blip in the history of humankind. They took decades, but finally they are beginning to realize that that was wrong. Dead wrong, okay? Like even with the racism. Ku Klux Klan, please, if we can have an erase and get them out of our history, they'll be good. But we have to account for it. So it's a lot of things that it's not right. But at the same time, where it is the goodwill, try to make amends, okay? But in this particular moment with Trump, that he says, oh, there are good people from both sides of the fence. Really? Wow. I hate to be on the wrong side of the fence because those good people, could kill me. So they're still good people, huh? So, you see, we're not only going to lose our status in the world stage, but we're going to lose our power. We're going to lose our leading edge of them. We can no longer lead anybody, anything. We cannot give those seeds that we have hard to germinate, but those seeds of goodwill. Not there. It will not be there unless we do something. I believe from now until 2026, we have a possibility to turn things around, because a president, to be all-powerful, almighty, has to get a mandate from the people. Trump didn't get a mandate. He just won. Not even by much, not even by Joe Biden, not even by Bill Clinton, not even by George W. Bush. He's the last one at the bottom. He won for a slim majority. So, unless he's using violence, he cannot prevail. And the 2026, it's the time to show it. Try to recatch the Congress, both chambers. If we can do that one, we're okay. We can put back our country on the right track. And maybe some more improvement, because we are always on the pursuit of improvement, to better. So, this is my monologue. In the conclusion, I was just going to tell the American people, spend some time, read, be informed. Don't do like the Hispanic people of the Latinos, that they don't know where to get information for who to vote for, and what happened. Friends of theirs with other, the world get around. Well, you have to go to the internet. You have to go to this place, on that YouTube or wherever. And we know that with Elon Musk, with the Twitter, I like still to call it Twitter and not X, okay? And Donald Trump with this media messed up thing that he has over there, okay? Which, he will never be my president. I will not accept him. So it won't make much of a difference, but this is my idea. Okay, we saw this one. He's the poor Latinos people, they got the wrong information. So as an example, Trump will fix the economy, as if the economy is not doing well. If he's not doing well, Biden had no responsibility. You people remember when he sent the $1,400 check to everybody so we can get to the end of the month because the economy flat line. That's why there was no inflation. The economy flat line, it was dead. There was 2020, 2021, and that 2022. Okay? So even though with all that bad, Joe Biden managed to get the economy recovery better than all the other nations in the world. But obviously for Trump and acolyte, that wasn't a goal. They tried to hide it. They tried to say it's no good. So, and leave people confused. And here he goes, the Latinos thinking that they were doing a good thing, they vote for the devil. They vote for the guy that is not qualified. A criminal has got 34 counts that is condemned by a jury of his peers, not by an appointed judge. That's a big difference. So there are so many things why he shouldn't be president. Okay? And so from now on, let's try to work on, and because our work now just begun, let's try to make sure that at 2026 he will have even less power than he have today. Today, it seems like he's got a lot of power. He's just got the power of the majority. But with the power of the majority, it depends what the percentage of the majority is to get power. He can try to mess it up. Our government, sure. Let's hope the government will recover. If we can keep a copy of the format of our government. So we can get rid of whatever he has done and then go back to the way we were. So, and I don't know what I'll say. Just this. Our work just begun. So, with this one, I would like to start my conclusion. Remember, American, you guys that are looking at my show, remember, we have a lot of work ahead of us. Let's not just sit back and wait for things to happen. It's not going to work. So, and whatever ideas you have to improve, just talk about it with friends, with family, even if sometimes the fear of having an argument because who you're talking to, it could be maybe a Trump sympathizer. That's okay. Talk. That's where it counts. Okay? So this is my conclusion. So talk, be political, be also yourself. See, for men and women and all in between. I don't know. I don't know much about that stuff. So I grew up in a different era. So this is not because I don't want to say anything. It's because I'm short in information. So, oops, sorry. So this is my message to you people. And I would like to add, on top of that one, if anyone has any comment he wants to give me, and be the comment, it could be either for sympathy, it could be for opposing the ideas. It doesn't matter what format or what you think about it. If you have something to tell me, please tell me, and I'll give you my email address. My email address is disgruntleditalian@gmail.com. Simple. I will welcome every opinion, and if can reply, it will be good. Obviously, please refrain maybe from being too excessive. Either way, doesn't matter. I want to know what you feel. What was my message? Did you like my message? Do you hate my message? Whatever. I don't mind. I will make time to read it. With that one, I would say to you that this is Ercole, the Disgruntled Italian, and until next time, arrivederci.